Hello and welcome to the Irish in the UK. Coming up on the show this week, we'll be meeting Tanya Farray, whose parents come from Tyrone and Galway, and Tanya will be telling us how Huntington's disease has affected her family. We'll also be attending the Liverpool Irish Festival for a great night of music, song, dance and comedy. But first up, Foster and Allen has been entertaining us all for over 40 years. They've recorded over 30 albums and they've written a book. So recently they were here on the UK tour and we went along to meet them at the Brindley Theatre in Runcorn.
As I'm sitting in the firelight and turning back the years, I can hear my mother singing in the morning.
Tony, Foster and Allen, celebrating over 40 years. Many congratulations.
43 years actually since we first played in the Kilburn Tube Station in London.
My goodness, a lot of water has gone under the bridge since.
Yeah, and a good few bridges crossed as well. Yeah, we've been around a bit, all right. Yeah.
Now, of course, you've recorded over 30 albums as well. So many songs.
Yeah, I think we've recorded around 800 or 900 songs altogether since we started. Yeah.
And Mick, of course, you're a great man with the accordion. I know you like to play a good bit of traditional music as well.
I do. I probably play more music when we're not working than I do when we are, because I go to as many flagyoles as I can and sessions and whatever. I was an accordion player before I was supposedly a half singer.
Yeah, and you know, you can't beat a bit of traditional music as well. You know, it lifts the old spirits.
It does, yeah. You know, no matter whether the people are Irish or otherwise, the minute they hear a few reels or a few jigs, they'll clap along and stamp their feet and puts a bit of life into everything.
Now, tell me about your new album.
Well, it's a 50-track CD and a 50-track DVD. It's probably the first time that we had a CD and matching DVD together, and it's all the songs that we've done over the years. What we did was we did a television program with Tina G in Connemara, and we picked out, you know, what we thought was the best of that series, and then we matched the songs with them so that people can listen to us in the car and then they can look at us when they go home.
Oh, you can't beat it. Tony, tell me about the book.
Yeah, the book is out I think about 3 years now at this stage. Yeah, it was something that both the record company and the management, you know, thought we were long enough on the road. They're bringing out books now after about 2 or 3 years on the road, but we were about 40 years ago when we decided to put the book together. Basically, it's telling both our childhood and growing up in 2 different areas in Ireland, and then the third part is about when we got together and as Foster and Allen and all that kind of stuff.
As we gathered at the Daisy Field on Sunday after Mass, I can hear the...
Of course, Mick, now you're on a UK tour at the moment. You're here in Runcorn tonight. You've already started the tour.
Yeah, we have 19 concerts to do totally in the UK, and then after Christmas we do 15 shows in Ireland, and we come back to Scotland in March and do, I think, maybe 12 or 14, and then in May we go to Australia for the 20th time. Wow. To do 20 concerts, and then we'll relax for the summer and go to Flas.
Fair play. Well, you can't beat it. Oh my goodness, going to Australia, that's really exciting.
Yeah, well, this will be our 20th time, so I suppose the novelty has worn off a bit by now. I don't think there's anywhere in Australia we haven't seen. At the All Ireland Flagshole in Ennis last year, I met the Irish ambassador, or the Australian ambassador to Ireland, and he was saying that, you know, Tony and myself were in more places in Australia than he was. So.
Now, I can't let you both go without saying congratulations on your great TV show, because you've had wonderful success with that, and of course, you know, so many people watch you on there.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's great to be on Sky, of all places going, you know. Doing the series with TG Carr was great, but the fact that it went out on Sky, and it's great, absolutely wonderful, yeah. Hope everybody's tuning in.
And you're still enjoying it, Mick?
Indeed we are. Look, we've been doing this since we were going to school, and you know, we're just lucky enough that we can make our living doing what we enjoy. If we weren't, we'd still be playing music. You know, it's a way of life more than a job.
Once she had a bunch of time and thought it never would decay. Then came a lusty sailor who chanced to pass that way. He stole her bunch of time away. The sailor gave to her own.
What a great night with Foster and Allen. We really enjoyed their show. Now we're off to meet Tanya Farry, whose family has been affected by Huntington's disease. Tanya and her friends recently held a fundraising event to try and raise some money for research into this horrible disease. Rob, tell me a little bit about the Comedy Club. Obviously you're very heavily involved in organising all this.
Well, tonight we're at Heaton Sports Club here in Heaton Moor in the beautiful town of Stockport, and we've been here for about 5-6 years. Usually we do the first Sunday of every month, and our resident compere is Justin Morehouse, so I'm sure a lot of your viewers will know. And tonight is a bit of a departure for us because we're doing a fundraising show for the Huntington's Disease Association, and hopefully we're going to raise lots of money for Huntington's disease. So customers are going to get a great night. The Huntington's Disease Association will get some money. Hopefully everybody will be happy.
Now you take this comedy club around Manchester, don't you? Indeed, further afield as well.
Yeah, we go all over the UK. Most of what we do is in the northwest, but we have regular shows: Lancaster, Chorlton, Didsbury, Saddleworth, and we also provide as well corporate. If people want corporate events, anything like that, we do that. And we do go for, I think, New Year's Eve. We've got Torquay, which is going to be a bit of a killer because I'm driving down there and back on New Year's Eve, which is going to be a bit of a nightmare. But if that's what people want, have van will travel. Not only do we provide the comedians, but we do all the technical things, such as you see behind you, the stage, the backdrop, the PA systems, the lighting. So essentially it's comedy in a van basically. If somebody wants a comedy night, we'd turn up, set everything up for you. We can help with the marketing, all of it really.
Tanya, can you tell me a little bit about how Huntington's disease can affect us?
Yeah, so Huntington's is a genetic neurodegenerative condition. So when the onset commences, essentially your brain produces too much of the Huntington protein, and that breaks down everything that the brain controls. So your movement, your speech, your ability to control, walk, everything like that. So it's a very devastating condition. It's genetic, so any parent that has the condition also has 50% risk of having the condition, which is why I decided to get the test, because it is in the family. Was diagnosed 3 years ago. So whilst currently I'm fit and healthy, at some point in my lifetime I will also start to develop the symptoms.
So how is the rest of your family at the moment? Are they okay, or is there any signs of any effect, you know, with your family?
Sadly there is. My granddad passed away from the condition, and I've also lost 2 aunties to the condition, and I've got another that's in the advanced stages of Huntington. So it's something that's we're all acutely aware of and dealing with, and that's part of how difficult it is, because you're seeing your loved one going through it, but also feeling that this could potentially be my future. So that's why it's particularly difficult to come to terms with.
Now, this is a devastating disease, of course, and at this moment in time we don't have a cure, do we?
No, sadly we don't, but the University College in London has a dedicated clinic to doing Huntington's research, and there are lots of very exciting developments in the world of Huntington's research at the moment. So I'm very hopeful that one day soon they will be able to develop a cure, because at the moment they just treat the symptoms, which isn't enough. So hopefully one day soon they'll find a cure.
Now, Charlene, of course, both you girls are trying to raise some money for the Huntington's disease to try and, help research towards it and everything. We're here at the Comedy Club tonight. How is things going for you with the fundraising? And you've got a big night tonight.
Yeah, we're looking forward to tonight. It should be a good night for everyone who's come in. We've got 3 great comics on, starting soon. So, yeah, it's going to be great. We've done a few other fundraisers before tonight, varying in some over here, in Ireland. And, yeah, we're doing all right. We're getting to our target.
Yeah, very good. And I know that you've got a big event coming up next year, haven't you?
We do, yes. So we are doing a 5-day trek along the Great Wall of China in April of 2019. So yes, we've dedicated so much time to the fundraising that we forgot that we actually need to do this trek at the end of it. I don't think we've done enough work on that element of it yet, but we will.
Well done to Tanya and her friends, and of course we wish Tanya and her family the very best of luck in the future. Now it's time for us to have a little break. We'll see you in a few minutes when we'll be at the Liverpool Irish Festival. Welcome back to the show. Now, the Liverpool Irish Festival is always a great occasion with lots of activity happening right across the city. And we went along to the Epstein Theatre for the grand finale.
That's where we are, the market in the town of Mullingar. A friend he introduced me to a famous movie star. She had married 7 times before to men of every creed. She thought she owned the suburb in a bachelor of a seat. She had the rest of our fingernails and varnished hard clothes. A red on her old face, a eyewash on her nose. She had a fancy barber now to shave her neck and head. And that's why I'm a bachelor, I don't intend to wed. And that's why I'm a bachelor, I don't intend to wed.
Jimmy, here we are at the Epstein Theatre in Liverpool celebrating the Liverpool Irish Festival.
Yes, a very special night. This beautiful theatre has had a great past. It's been, I think it was built 100 years ago and for live variety. But over the years it's had a checkered career, like all theatres. But I think roughly 10, 12 years ago it was got a grant. They redeveloped it, and it's called obviously the famous Brian Epstein with the Beatles, da 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 da. So it is beautiful, and we've got gorgeous show tonight. We've got very, very wonderful singer Ryan Ireland. The first time I sort of met him, he's a charming gentleman. He's a beautiful voice, and he's on the show as well with 2 great guys called Alan and Richard who play guitars, keyboard, and so it's a real Irish flavour tonight, Martin.
We're looking forward to it, Jimmy. But of course, this year's been a busy year for you, hasn't it? You've been all over.
Yes, I do a lot of travelling. You have to when you have an act like mine. Yes, well, I just get out and about and just meeting the people. I mean, what better job is there to go out and meet? Obviously, travelling can be a bit of a pain. I mean, last week I couldn't find the M6. I had to go up the M3 twice. And there's more. The police stopped me on the road. He said, "You were speeding." I said, "So were you. You overtook me." So, but aside from that, it just is lovely. And of course, the exciting thing for me, if I may mention it, the last 3 years, the late great Ken Dodd, who obviously this is his hometown, and he's sadly missed by everybody. Yeah. And when he came to one of my 50th birthday, he gave me a pair of concrete Wellingtons. And would you believe, a few years ago I had them pinched from outside the door. It was so emotional, Martin. I wrote a little song called Santa Bring My Wellies Back to Me, right? I wrote another few songs together, 10 in all, with a little bit of stand-up. My good lady, who's actually a better singer than me, and it features in a couple of them. And if I may be as bold as to hold it up now to the camera, Santa Bring My Wellies Back to Me, that's me with Santa. It is a happy ending, as you can all see that, and there's the little songs. Now, here's the big thing. I thought, what charity could benefit from this? And I thought, Francis House Children's Hospice in Didsbury, Manchester. So every £5 that I charge for that goes straight to them. And as well as on my live show, they can actually get it on my website, www.jimmycricket.co.uk. And we've sold 1,600 up to now in the last, this is the 3rd year they've been on sale. We only need another 400, then we'll have sold 2,000, and that'll be £10,000, Martin. So I've got to get my wellies polished, my hat on, and there'll be more.
We'll see you later.
Look forward to it.
Santa, bring my wellies back to me. Without them I'm as lonely as can be. It would really make my day if you put them on your sleigh and I find them underneath the Christmas tree. It would really make my day if you put them on your sleigh and I find them underneath the Christmas tree. Thanks everybody, enjoy the rest of the show.
Tony, what a fantastic show here tonight. Really enjoyable.
Thank you very much, Martin. It's funny, isn't it? Great to see a family show, a live show. Fantastic.
Well, absolutely. And of course, Jimmy Cricket and, Ryan Ireland and all the dancers done a wonderful job.
Absolutely fantastic. And it's great to see Jimmy on the stage again. Of course, Ryan is up and coming, and all the children for the first time on a live stage. Great experience, great night. Public are loving it.
My impression of different members of a symphony orchestra having their soup at lunchtime. First, the conductor. The man on the violin. The fellow on the cello. The guy on the piccolo. Last but not least, fell on the Tiffany drums.
Do you normally have the last night for the Irish Festival here at the Epstein Theatre?
We have them at different places. I know there's a show on tonight over at the Liverpool Philharmonic, but this is a family show here tonight. I'm not saying it's not at the Philharmonic, but it's all over Liverpool, and it's great to do an annual event and different events happening throughout Liverpool and Merseyside.
Now, you've put a lot of work into organising tonight and trying to keep the Irish events going here in Liverpool.
Well, my father was from Dublin, so it'd be wrong for me not to keep it in the blood. So, yeah, fantastic. I've organised the show, got the sponsors, got the acts. Ryan Ireland's my son-in-law, so that helps. Jimmy Cricket's trying to pretend he's one of my sons, but he's not. And no, it's great, and I just love the atmosphere. I love the Irish, and Liverpool is the capital of Ireland after Dublin.
Now, the Ferguson School of Irish Dancing, they put on a great performance here as well tonight.
Yeah, George has done an absolutely fantastic job. He gets all the children, most of them, but not all of them, from Irish descent, and he teaches them. I think he was a champion himself at one point, and he does a marvellous job. The children have done me proud tonight. I was a little bit worried, and children, they do get a little bit of leeway on the stage with the mums and the dads, but they've done a fabulous job, and I'm so proud of all the kids, and well done, George.
Well done to you, Tony, for putting in so much work and making a great, great night tonight. Ryan, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been living over this side of the water for the last 5 years, and originally from Kilkenny, and I'm the first of the family to flee the country, but my parents have followed suit and now live in Spain as well, so we're moving all over the world.
Well, it's a good excuse to get out there for a holiday anyway.
It is indeed, yeah. It's nice to get away, especially when the weather turns chilly like it is at the moment.
Now, Ryan, you got a great reception there, and I have to say at half-time, the audience and everybody was speaking how well you performed on stage.
Well, I really enjoyed it. They're a fantastic audience, and everybody seems to have enjoyed it, singing along and enjoying the music, and that's what it's all about, of course.
Now, tell us a little bit about the music that you sing and play.
Yeah, I do a lot of Irish stuff, the country stuff. Obviously, Nathan Carter, Derek Ryan, very popular. So I'm doing a lot of their music, you know, and then some of my own versions of songs as well. Old classics, but with a little bit of a modern twist, you know.
So you're based here in Liverpool, but I believe you perform throughout the Northwest.
I do indeed. Well, all over the country, to be honest, really, and but mostly in the Northwest region, Manchester, holiday camps in Wales and Blackpool, and you've seen me many times around the Blackpool area.
Now you sung some great traditional Irish songs there as well in your act tonight.
Yeah.
It went down really well.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, classics like the Fields of Athenry, of course, will always be a crowd pleaser, and everybody enjoys Seven Drunken Nights, and we have a few more to come in the second half, a few sing-alongs.
Well, listen, lovely to meet you, Ryan, and hopefully we'll see you back in Kilkenny soon.
You never know, indeed. Hopefully, we get another All Ireland.
Fair play to them all in Liverpool. They know how to enjoy themselves. Now that brings us to the end of another show. Don't forget, Henry McGlade is back next Thursday evening at 7 o'clock, and we are here with the Irish in the UK at 7:30. Both shows are repeated on a Saturday evening between 8 and 9 p.m. and again on a Tuesday lunchtime between 12:30 and 1:30 p.m. All on Showcase TV, Sky Channel 455. See you next time.